We're going to talk about the past a little bit, and then we're going to move to the present. Well, there we go. I wanted to start talking first a little bit about my family's history. Those of you, most of you that have had me know some of my stories. And I want us to transition our thinking about Black history and Black heritage. Focus on me. About Black history and Black heritage, Ethan. I want it to become positive for us. A lot of you in conversations with me, my African American students in particular, ask me, why is the focus always on slavery? Why do we not study and learn more African American history? So this is our endeavor to begin to do that. This is our first Black History Month assembly. So I want us to start to shift our gears and feel positive about our heritage, feel positive about our history and our contributions, to start to study and learn more, all of us, not just our African American students, but all of us. Just as we learned in Mexican Heritage Month, and we had the Chinese New Year celebration, we are continuing our celebrations of diversity and culture this month of February with Black History Month. This person on the right here, this was my grandmother. She's no longer with us, but she was born in 1913. If you can imagine, and if you've been in my class, we've been studying what was going on in our country at that time. We are not long out of slavery at this point, correct? On the left, that is my grandmother's mother and grandmother, one of whom was alive during slavery. What was interesting about my grandmother's grandmother to me, when my mother went to Frankfurt to do research on our family, she was told very graciously, I apologize, but we don't have information for you. During this time in our country, we didn't keep records on Black people and African Americans because we were considered property. We weren't considered to be people or citizens or of equal ability and intellect. So it was not necessary to keep record of our births. So if you can imagine being a Black person going to the Department of Vital Statistics and Records and being told that your great-great-grandmother was not considered a person, a human being. So that's where we're coming from. That's our legacy. Slavery is a part of American history, but it is not just African American history. It is American history. It is something that was inflicted upon us, but it is something we survived, something we endeavored through with fortitude and determination. We've gone on to have doctors, lawyers, presidents, teachers, principals, inventors. We thrive in spite of. So I want you to learn to look at that history. So I want us to start to look at African American history and even the slavery aspect of it for the positive thing that it is in reflection. We had the strength to endure. There's no other race of people on this planet that can claim that. 300 years of servitude. We survived, we thrived, we endured in spite of. Progressing forward. This again is my grandmother. This was her daughter, who would have been one of my aunts. But at this time during the country, we had something called segregation. When her baby became ill, she took her to the hospital. And she was told that because she was Black, she couldn't be seen or treated. And she was sent home with her baby. Just listen through. She was sent home with her baby with pneumonia. So this baby that would have been my aunt passed away in my grandmother's arms. All she could do was comfort her because of the color of her skin. Today, Because of the sacrifices of our ancestors and the strength of our ancestors, we have survived things like this. We have endured, we have overcome. Yes. Why, y'all, I am glad you are celebrating. We practice the respectful way to do so and when to do so. So while I appreciate the applause and join in it with you, let's know when to bring it down, okay? We have a lot to get through, a lot of interesting information for you and presentations. We want everyone to have the time to speak. Moving forward to my father. I am the first generation of my family to be born outside of segregation. Think about that. When we study history, we look at things like segregation as so far in the past. We look at black and white pictures that make us feel like it was centuries ago. It was not. I, again, am the first in my family to be born outside of segregation. My father was one of the first black city councilmen for Lexington. He received death threats. We had a cross burned on our front yard. He was warned to quit, to get out, or his family would be harmed. We have progressed a long way since then. My father's no longer with us. Most of you know that. I lost my father a couple of years ago. Many of us lost family members during COVID. But my point in this is each of us has rich histories and heritages, even if they're not in books. We come from a culture that has something called oral tradition. We pass down our stories, our traditions, our customs, our hairstyles, our dances, our music. They're all to be appreciated. Our intellect, our abilities. We possess them equally with every other person on this planet. Part of collecting, gathering, and cherishing our history is being able to recall it. Some of you know my mother and know that she's ill. She has Alzheimer's, which affects your memory. So a lot of the history that we value and I can't get from my elders anymore, we find precious and try to gather through my mother what she can recall when she can recall it. One of the stories that she told me was about a time here in Lexington. She participated in our civil rights marches. She marched in downtown Lexington. She participated in sit-ins. And one time while walking down the street, at that time, if a white person were approaching and you were black or of African American descent, you were to get off the sidewalk, get out of the way. My mother didn't do that and was pushed into the street and called the N-word. So being someone that has that oral tradition in their family, a lot of you know me and know I don't like the N-word when I hear it in the halls from anyone, especially us using it with each other. Some of you consider it a term of endearment. I don't. I know the history of the word. I know the pain of the word. I know the blood that that word is saturated in. And if you've had me in class, a lot of you know that history as well. But what I want us to move into, and again, thinking positively about our traditions and customs and histories and heritages, think about your own families, your hairstyles, the different skin tones, the countries we come from within Africa, as well as the islands, the celebrations, our dances, our music, and start to appreciate those from your elders. When they talk, sit down and listen. You won't always have them. Treasure the stories they're passing down to you. Appreciate the legacy of our oral tradition. All of us, Hispanic, white, Asian, black, you have value in your history and your heritage. Okay? So, appreciation for you listening. All right? Class, understand, if we demonstrate to the administrators and the teachers of this building that we can't handle an assembly like this, we won't have it again. So if we enjoy these types of things, let's show it in our actions with respect. Be an attentive audience. Next up is Anaya Bingham. I have a niece named Ayana, I'm sorry.
I've never forgiven you for that one. Oh, thank you. I don't know who said it, so
You're good. All right. This is sign up for level 0. Attention. This is 0.
what?
Let's give Anaya our attention. Many of you know and recognize her working with you in my classroom. Let's give her your attention, please.
Right. Hey everyone, like she said, my name's Anaya. Most of you know me as her daughter. I've been around here just as long as she has, so I've basically grown up in this school. But I'm a 4th-year college student at the University of Kentucky, and I'm excited to speak with you all today. Black History Month started in 1926 as a way to recognize the achievements of people of African descent. When it first began, it was originally just a week, and eventually it became an entire month. It's a wonderful time to step back and recognize the many great gifts African Americans have brought to our nation. They broke down barriers, stood against injustice, and they helped pull us together as a nation and overcome some of our darkest days. These people and so many others helped build us towards a greater nation where people are judged by not the content of their character, but not the color of their skin as well. Unfortunately, it hasn't been that long since Black Americans were legally excluded from so many aspects of American life. For our generation here, I know it can seem like ancient history and like it's a very long time ago, but for many of us, we can remember the stories of our grandparents, such as my mom told, and I know stories they've told me personally of instances of injustice and racism that they've experienced. It hasn't been an easy struggle, and we don't have to go all the way back in history to slavery to see the effects of institutional racism in our country. The courts of case Brown versus Board of Education should have ended school segregation in 1954 and started us down the road to integration. Yet just a few years later, we see the Civil Rights Act of 1957 and the Civil Rights Act of 1960, another Civil Rights Act of 1964, and another Civil Rights Act of 1968, and on and on. It continues to be a struggle for people of color, specifically African Americans and people of African descent, to reach equality in this country. That's a part of why we gather here today to celebrate Black history. We honor those who come before, but we celebrate how far we've come as well as society. We also honor those who continue to struggle today, for the struggle is far from over. I want to challenge everyone here today to take this Black History Month and think about your place in history today. We still have a lot of problems. Can you all please be quiet? Thank you. I want to challenge you today to take this Black History Month and think of your place in history. Which side will you choose to stand on? We all know there are still a lot of problems and that many of these problems can be traced back to racism. You only have to see the news to see how injustice still affects the Black community today. Don't choose to be neutral. Make a commitment that you won't look the other way when the elephant stands on the mouse's tail. Make a promise to yourself to speak up when you see any type of injustice. As a closing, I would like to share a poem that I've written centered around a particular experience of mine growing up as a Black woman in America. To whom it may concern, consider this my official letter of resignation as a strong Black woman. I quit. I resign from your role as a doormat. I will not lay down to your pride or bend at your request. I quit. I will not offer you access to my time if it does not please me, because who am I to welcome stress into my presence? I've learned my lessons of lying down to those who think they are above me. You may have to look down when you approach me, but I will never be beneath you. I quit. I am off the plantation, so when the sun rises, I will be remaining in my bed. I will remain under my covers, recuperating from the 400 years of days started before the sun. They were tired but couldn't rest for the risk of their lives. I will rest for them. I quit. I will no longer apologize for my existence. Blessed are those who get to experience me. As I stand before you reciting my mind, you're welcome. You're welcome, as I've blessed you with my time. I'm tired of playing down my greatness, shrinking my shrine, because who are you asking me? Who are you asking if I can resign? Resign in my beauty, my voice. You doubt my light, but forget I derive from the sun. I'm where legends come and goddesses originate. I speculate this is what a god looks like, a mirror to myself. A black woman in all her glory because I love a black woman. We are nothing else. Did I mention you are blessed to ever meet such a creation? Beauty blessed, invasion of blackness upon your eyes. You will never see the same. I am everything you should fear, but everything you should love, for I'm a black woman. Crown high, hips wide, smile wider. I am not a strong black woman, but simply a woman lucky enough to be born black. Thank you.
My phone. Will you bring my phone? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, your attention, please. Thank you. Next up, we have Judge Denotra Gunther, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She will be joined by Dr. Michonne Jonikin. Dr. Jonikin is an undergraduate. She graduated from Tuskegee. We have talked about HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. I'll wait until we get settled up top. Judge Gunther will be Judge Denotra Gunther will be telling you more about herself. So I will tell you about Dr. Jonikin briefly. She graduated from Tuskegee, one of the HBCUs we've discussed in my class. She attended graduate school at Stanford, medical school at Howard, also one of our HBCUs. She is a native of Lexington, just like us. She also graduated from Dunbar High School and is a pediatric cardiologist. So first we will have Judge Denotra Gunther. This is the best mic we have? Yes. This one is supposed to be wired, but it was giving feedback. If you want to try it.
No, because it was giving bad feedback. I'm good with that.
Did you not hear well from over there?
No, you can't hear.
Ooh. Well, you want to try it, and then if it does, we'll take it off?
I'm going to just see if I
Sure?
can talk loud
Okay.
enough.
Gotcha. Oh.
Hello, my young kings and queens of every hue, background, and experience. Can you hear me? Can you hear me in the back?
Do you want a microphone?
They got you another mic.
Thank you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So, until the district gives you a new system, you're going to have to be a little quiet so that you can hear. So, hello, my young kings and queens of every hue, background, and experience. Give me a hello. I am honored to be sharing this time and space with you because this is the time and the space that I would like to share with you, as opposed to you sharing time and space at my place of employment, which is the Fayette District Court. I am Denosha Gunther, now a judge, but as a 7th and 8th grader, I was right where many of you are right now. Many of you are right now today. My sense of wanting to belong and lack of belonging led to some very poor choices and actions by me. As a result of my own actions, at the end of my 7th grade year, I had to come to the school at the end of the school day to take my final exams because I was suspended. That's how I ended my 7th grade year, suspended from school. My knees got weak when I got my report card to see that I had actually been promoted to the 8th grade because that's how poor my grades were. I'm telling you this, and a lot of times when we overcome something, we don't go back and remind people or tell people where we come from because of embarrassment. But I think that it's fitting for today. There were many reasons why I behaved and did the things that I did. The reasons obviously don't matter because they're excuses. But I knew that I was not living in my purpose. And I did not want my high school experience to reflect what my elementary and my middle, and it was junior high then, to reflect that experience that I had. So I chose me and my potential. Not how someone else wanted to define me. I did some soul searching and made the conscious decision to walk in my light. It was not an overnight transformation, but steady progress. All anyone can expect from you is progression, not perfection. I got my grades up, I joined clubs, I played sports, and eventually started liking who I was as a person, and the rest is history. I went on to college. I excelled in college, went on to law school, had a successful law career as an attorney, and now I'm a judge. And now I see people in my courtroom that was where I was, and maybe where you are. And we have to understand that you have to choose you. I can only attribute my blessings to God's grace and my promise to myself to always rise. And that is what I'm asking you to do, rise. Rise, or remember where you have been and how you felt, whether it be good or bad, so that you can envision the future that you desire. None of us are what we have done, and none of us are where we will be. None of us will stay where we are. God blesses us with every new day so that we can be better today than we were yesterday. So take full advantage of that blessing because it's not promised to you. I is for to inspire yourself. Be inspired with new goals and aspirations of what you want your life to be in 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years. Do a vision board of where you envision yourself to be in those short periods and snippets of time so that you can achieve those things. If you see it and believe it, you can be it. Do not wait for someone, thank you. Do not wait for someone else to tell you that you are special. Know it and own it for yourself. S, and this is important, be sensible, smart, sincere, and safe in your own actions and words. Because life can be like a boomerang. What you throw out there will return to you. If it's good, you will receive good in return. If it's bad, you will receive bad in return. And E, live eagerly. Gobble up each day like it's the best meal you've ever tasted. Savor it. Enjoy it. Do not waste God's beauty on nonsense. And right now in our society, we see a lot of nonsense. This is not a video game, life isn't, and you only have one of it, so you want to live it to its fullest and its entirety to reach your potential until the end when God says it's the end, not some other person. So stand in the mirror each morning and tell yourself what kind of day you intend to have, and then go out and do it. Live it, be it. Rise and be happy. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all of my beautiful kings and queens. Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Jonathan, but I like to go by Mashawn. And as Ms. Bingham mentioned, and thank you for having us here today, I am a native of Lexington. I went to Dunbar High School, and I wish I could tell you that I liked middle school and high school, but I didn't. I hated it. And the reason I hated middle school and high school is because I was bullied and I was teased every day. It got so bad to the point that I used to hide in the bathroom during lunchtime because I didn't want to get bullied. And even in walking in this room today, my heart rate went up. I'm a cardiologist, so I notice those kind of things. My heart rate went up because I have a natural stress response to being in middle school. It got so bad to the point that I didn't even want to wake up in the morning, and I started making plans for not waking up in the morning. And I'm sharing this with you today because I want you to know that middle school and high school is tough. It's hard to fit in, because honestly, looking at y'all, none of y'all match. Nobody fits in. I'm saying that when I say you don't match, what I mean is that you're all unique. And so you don't need to go through life trying to fit in with everyone else. Appreciate your uniqueness. So, Ms. Bingham mentioned I went to Tuskegee University, which is a historically black college. And I credit that because going to a HBCU was one of the first times I felt like I belonged. And it was okay to be smart and maybe a little awkward. And so I credit that, and I credit my sorority for allowing me to recognize that you're beautiful, no matter what your shade or your shape or your height or how you talk. Everyone is beautiful. And so the reason I went into pediatrics is that I realized over time that those kids that used to bully me and tease me when I was in middle school because I was chubby and because I had acne and because I was smart, they were bullying me and teasing me not because they were strong, but because they were hurting too. And so I went into pediatrics largely because I wanted to help kids who hurt and that maybe take things out on themselves and on other people instead of having someone hold them and hug them. So I'm happy to be here today, and I think we're going to do some games and some trivia now. Thank you for having me.
So listen, so I know that my attention span, even at my age, is short, so we didn't want to talk at you a long time, but we wanted you to see the essence of who we are, and for you to see that where you are right now, no matter what you have done, what you're feeling, where you have been, you can be more. We're a testament to that. So this is Black History Month. So our sorors, our sisters, are going to, you're going to have to raise your hand if you know the answer, and then you will get a treat bag if the answer is correct. So the first, and Dr. Jonathan and I, Rashawn and I are going to switch off on the questions. The first question that I have is, what was the birth name of Malcolm X? Raise your hand if you know the answer. And listen, if you, there's this young man right here. You see him? Stand up.
Hi, my name's Ian. His first name was Malcolm Little.
All right, we got another one for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, okay. So this beautiful woman refused to give up her seat on the bus.
Go take it. Take it.
Rosa Parks.
They said we all know that one.
Okay. But okay, hey, listen. Don't do that. It's nothing, it's just candy. We don't need to act crazy about some candy. Okay? Alright, but I do have a question for you. Let's see if you know this one. Who was the black teenager who refused to move to the back of the bus in Montgomery before Rosa Parks did it?
Was it Charlotte?
No.
Rob? Charlotte? Charlotte?
Y'all got recruited too.
Claudette Colvin.
Y'all go this way, y'all separate and get bags and try to get some from all over. Just in case you didn't know, Claudette Colvin was 15 years old and refused and was arrested 9 months before Rosa Parks was.
All right. We got one for you.
Come here.
All right. So here's another one for you.
Wait a minute,
So
tell
what-
her why.
I believe the reason was because she was pregnant and they didn't want that to be like the face of it. She was underage and pregnant.
And you know what? Because she knew a little bit more and she offered a little bit more, gift card for you.
Okay, next question, next question. So what is the birth name of Muhammad Ali?
Oh, let me get that.
There's one way back there. That guy way back there in the back up top. You see him back there? Yeah. I'm scared to go back.
Give me that mic.
That's not even the right.
This is the mic.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's not the mic.
Got it.
I see your name.
What a mic is?
Mic is gone.
Give me a mic. We gotta make an announcement.
Make sure y'all look out for this little boy right here with the white t-shirt.
I have a bonus for you. Where was Cassius Clay born? You better know that's right.
She's from Louisville, so she gotta know.
Jay, why you looking over there? What's the question?
Oh, Okay, okay, what primarily black female college was founded by two white women, Sophia B. Packard and Harriet Giles, in Atlanta, Georgia?
They said what? What? In the back.
Did you hear that? Okay, was the question too long?
Amen.
What primarily black female college? No,
You really got it.
no.
To the right.
Go ahead and get over there. Here's somebody over there.
Take the mic. Run. Run.
It's questions on the back. You got questions on the back?
No, you just come up with something. Shit, just come up with something.
She would have said just Georgia. I would have got it.
Okay. Let's come up with something.
All right. Who was the first black man to play in the Major League Baseball?
I got the easiest one. Can I ask a question?
That's actually not who you think it is. It's actually not Jackie Robinson.
You gotta get this right, man. You gotta get this right.
I know, but he's not wrong though. But he's not wrong though. But he's not wrong though. Wait. Why should we give some credit though? Because he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong though. Little dude's not wrong.
Hey, y'all gotta really watch who hand goes up first.
My fault.
He's not wrong though. I should give him candy because he's not wrong.
He should get a gift card.
Babe Ruth is black.
We got gift cards.
He's not wrong. Babe Ruth is black.
We all
Yes, he is black. Yes, he is. They just proved it. Yeah, he's actually black. So yes.
Okay, so
He's not wrong though. Black got it. But Babe Ruth
but
is.
here's the deal. Will you be debated and supported?
Miss Didi.
This, even if you're right or wrong, will you be supported? My understanding is that they just found out that Babe Ruth was black.
He's black.
Well, then you get a gift card.
Is it in here?
got you.
Or is it? All right.
His daddy won. His daddy
So y'all's next question is, who was the first black president?
I'm not giving no credit to no black people. Abraham Lincoln! Abraham Lincoln! Abraham Lincoln was a nigga. Like all the history they don't be teaching us, they don't teach us on purpose. What's his middle name? Hussein.
Look, when he said something to me, I was walking. When I turned around and looked at him, I said, like,
Y'all ready? Can y'all hear me?
Boy, that's a refresher.
Martin Luther King is known for what speech?
Look at him, he's scared.
No.
What did he say?
I have a dream.
That's a good.
We need more questions.
This one on here.
All right, y'all ready?
Ain't no bag. She said we gotta make up our own questions. How many bags is left? 1, 2, 3.
Which Black Greek organization was founded first?
Y'all lying, y'all know. Look. She knows. She knows. Don't mess it up, baby. Don't mess it up. She finna mess it up.
You know who she with? Partially correct.
Underground Railroad.
What did you say?
One more time. What Black Youth Letter organization was founded by?
Go to Hill in the blue. In the blue. Please don't post this.
Alpha.
Who did? He answered that?
I saw it there.
Oh my God. I got it on recorded.
You got it? Straight to TikTok. I'm finna expose
Alpha
this
by
thing.
Four bags, 4 questions left. Y'all come up with something. Come up with something. Oh, do Ruby Bridges, yeah.
Are y'all ready? Y'all know what this is. What is Ruby Bridges
organization
known
that
for?
is constitutionally bound. It's the
I like her energy. I like her energy.
I saw that one.
Hey, man, we got the teacher. What do you think of the question?
Where we at?
Y'all got multiple black figures in y'all orgs. Ask one of those questions.
I asked the question.
I don't want to ask
What
that.
org is
don't have no
MLK?
prizes
What org is
though, right?
Kobe?
Don't make me say Michael Jordan. Hold
What
on.
org is Michael
What's the
Jordan?
mission?
What org? I mean,
Michael Jordan. Next question.
do we have my
Yes.
prizes?
But
Did he know the answer? I'm asking about Thurgood Marshall.
he wear ice. He wear ice. He wear ice, nigga.
You didn't tell me.
There's no way.
He's wear ice, nigga.
Let me ask one. Amen. I'm not going for that. Somebody's telling these kids something.
They know that
He said 8x8. No way. 8x8 is crazy. That is weird. You're not getting that in here.
She was the first black student who at the time was 6 years old
What
to
is that?
segregate the all-white school, France Elementary School
asked for pictures
in
of our
New Orleans.
Oh, no.
She
Well,
is
why can't I think of her name? Y'all
brother
asking these high advanced questions. Ain't no way. This.
Now the next question I have may be a little different. But what black Greek letter organization
How he got his hand
is
up
Michael
already?
Jordan a part of?
Oh, no, I got a good one. I'm going to say what black organization is red and white? Oh, yes. It's right
You
here.
should say fraternity because it's actually Christian.
Do I need to pop out?
It's actually Christian. Yeah, we know y'all.
What? White. So, what sorority is blue and white?
KJ!
You said 8x8. That's crazy. How do you know that? They don't teach that.
You still stuck on that?
Yes. Because how did you know that?
Cause niggas be seeing it. Hey, niggas be seeing it, bro.
That's a fraternity. It's red and white.
But we're not ready.
It's actually.
If you say Alpha one more time, not pick the teacher.
Make us build something.
These sounds good people out there.
Omega Psi Phi.
I'm right here.
Not two more.
On your Mario side.
I got one. All right. This black woman is the top Grammy winner of all time.
It just happened like 2 days ago.
Is she crying? Oh, I thought she was crying. Oh, she's pretty. I know. She's pretty. We got one more.
For a minute, I said, when did
Two more.
Beyonce call
Two
her?
more.
happened?
It's too long. Drake, come on, bro. Boy, get.
Listen up close.
Boy, he's ugly.
Which black fraternity wears crimson and cream and likes to shimmy?
Oh my God, this man. Please.
Nobody standing up.
I'm so glad you got
What he told him?
I'm putting that in the cap.
Kappa what?
Tell that boy to answer. Please get it right. They want him to get it right so bad. Moving on.
People not taking it serious.
Kappa Alpha Psi.
Yeah!
There you go. Thank you.
So I have a question. First, who was the first black appointed, nominated, and confirmed justice to the United States Supreme Court? The first black person. First black person.
Still got it.
He gonna tell her to come here. Now you come here. He said, nah, he never said he's not gonna go up there. Yeah, he said, no, you. He said,
Start to finish. Probably got all the commentary in the back there. Brother, you guys give knowledge to the kids. What is wrong with him? That's what I need.
these white boys,
Good, Marshall.
they
He been paying attention this
they know they shit.
He been paying attention.
Bro, you know they got a bad, sit your bad ass down.
Katanya Bell.
I don't even know what the question was. Okay.
She said, who's the first black appointee for,
Is it the third boy Marshall? Good Marshall.
I don't want to call. They geeked over this little bag.
Oh, this little bad.
What is question? And it's quite fitting. Who is the first and only
His first ball fade.
black female justice of the United States Supreme Court?
Miss Diddy is 315.
What you doing during good college?
Tanya Brown.
Everybody play one song, ride out, call it a day. Call it a day ski. Nobody need to do on individuals. We all
Tanya Brown.
bang bang. Well, he's saying it right. He can't pronounce it. That's what. That means it ain't right. What you mean? If they ain't pronounce it right, it ain't right, bro. Amen. Get that brother out of here.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for your attention. We have a few gift cards left.
Start swinging
and
them
these
off.
are going to be given to Ms. Bingham to give to the people who were most polite and most kind during this.
Everybody in this section right here. No, they didn't. They was pretty good right here, right in the front.
are the oldest three-letter organization in the state of Kentucky. We are the 14th house, so nice to meet y'all.
My name is Julius DeAndre Walter. Dwayne. We are from Indianapolis, South Antonio,
sports communication for the minor in coaching. I will be graduating this May, and I will be going off to the Army to be a medical pilot.
I'm majoring in human health sciences on the pre-P and pre. Okay, I'm gonna try this if you didn't y'all heard. My name is Janae. I'm majoring in human health sciences, and I'm on the pre-PA track. I plan to be a physician's assistant on the campus of the University of Kentucky. We were chartered May 9, 1975, and we were the first African Americans to really found the charter of the University of Kentucky's campus.
Hi everybody, my name is Janae. My name is Tina. And we are from Psi Chapter at the University of Louisville. We were chartered April 15, 1922 by 4 phenomenal ladies. We are the oldest three-letter organization in the state of Kentucky. We are the 14th house, so nice to meet y'all.
My name is Julius DeAndre Walton. Dwayne. We are from the National Chapter of Kappa Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We was chartered on campus of Eastern Kentucky University on April 14, 1973.
Alright, everybody, my name is Correll.
And I'm Tony.
We are from the regular language chapter. I'm Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. We were chartered April 26, 1980, and the fraternity was founded November 17, 1911. We're also from the University of